Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Nick from On the Foot Market. Welcome to day 2 of FUTMAS. Today we got 3 player SBCs. We did not get icons, but there is some stuff to talk about with the market because the market actually has reacted how I thought it would, but a little bit too more at an extreme extent than I thought it would actually react. So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to look at a lot of different meta golds, and then we're going to look at a lot of different Team of the Week informs. And just kind of things like that because the market is low right now and we've got to talk because we've got, I think my stream earlier told me we've got 9 days left of FUTMAS. So we're going to have 9 days left of player SBCs and potential, 9 days left of the player SBCs. I think that's 27 more SBCs on the way. So we're going to talk today about the impacts of that. We're going to talk about today's players. We're going to review them. And then, yeah, we're going to talk about the market in general. So, guys, if you head on to Ultimate Team, and I know I'm a few hours late on this, but I'm putting this upload for you guys later at night, so it's something you guys can watch overnight and kind of be ready to go for tomorrow. I like doing it in that style. We got 3 new SBC players. You start off with the Seydou Doumbia, and this card is an 81 rated. It's got 92 pace, 81 shooting, and it's going to cost you, according to FUTBIN, about 15,500 coins right now, which is pretty cheap if you think about it. 4-star weak foot, medium low is not great. 5'10's all right. 72 physical on paper looks pretty good, and then you open up the card and you see that he's got poor agility and balance in my opinion for a striker that's 5'10", and he's also got 56 stamina. So for the guys that don't know the impact of what 56 stamina means, it means that realistically you're probably not going to get more than like 30 good minutes out of Seydou Doumbia, if 30. That's stretching it. 56 stamina reminds me of a lot of those end of an era players that just kind of were like, you'd have a great 40 minutes with them, and then they would just become the worst FIFA players ever, and they couldn't run. So I would say to the people wanting to do this card today, consider this. If you have a La Liga team, realistically, he's not going to start for you. So this guy is completely a sub, and he's a really late super sub. This would be a guy that you want to bring in the 70th minute, 75th minute, maybe extra time. Maybe this guy you just keep on the bench for extra time. He's low rated, so if you're a guy who believes in handicap, it's not really going to affect the game too much in that way. But anyways, 3 La Liga players, 83 rating, and 70 chemistry makes it 15,000 coins. Not really 80, look, if you got a Sun with an 83 rating requirement, the 83s today would have flown. But you guys understand the demand isn't that high for this card. So for me, I'm going to pass on Doumbia. I'm not going to use him. Marcus Rashford actually has a fantastic card. The problem with this card is it falls into the left wing category of the Premier League. And you guys know what the left wings have going on right now. You've got Felipe Anderson. You've got Willian, you've got Martial, you've got an insane Hazard, Son. The list goes on, guys. There's like a million left wings in the Prem right now that are very meta and are very good. So that's a problem, and that's why I have an issue with this card. I really wish EA would have made this card a striker. I think if this card would have been a striker variant, it would be very good. It's 6'1" with high medium work rates is really good. 4-star is fantastic. 94 pace, 84 shooting, 75 physical. 95 sprinting with 91 acceleration, 82 finishing with good attack positioning. Shot power is good. Curve is good. Composure is average. Not the best. Agility is very good. Balance isn't the best. Dribbling is good. Stamina is good. Strength is alright. Jumping is average. So for me, this is a very good card. And like this is actually one of the better Prem strikers. I was comparing him to Aubameyang. And if he was a striker, this would be a very usable good card. I like him being 6'1". I think there's a lot of significance there. In terms of what it required today, what you need to complete Rashford, you need 1 Man United player, 1 English player, 2 Team of the Week players, or ones to watch. The ones to watches did not go up today because obviously Team of the Week players, there's a lot that are cheaper. But again, this is another SBC that I talk about. To the guys watching my channel that are doing the more informed discard investing, this is another SBC that carries the market up. It's another SBC that you would see move this market up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this SBC does today. It's going to move that discard inform market up a little bit. I know when the SBC dropped, Juan Mata was like 37K. So a lot of the time when the SBCs drop, there's a panic window. 85 rating and 85 chemistry is what it requires here. So that's, I mean, look, it's FUTBIN has it at 132,000 coins, which is a lot. If this was a striker, I would definitely recommend it. I can't recommend it as a left wing. I think you've got so many other options, and you've got so many other cards with Willian being the same price. Felipe Anderson's second in form is fantastic. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's like 160. Sane's like 170. And then you've got the potential for those to be tradable. You can sell them at any point. I would pass it. The last card that we got today is actually very interesting. He's coming in right now at a price of 58,000 coins. This is going to be Daniel Was. And what I can tell you guys is that a few hours ago, he was actually 75,000, so he's dropped 18K. So it might show you that waiting till nighttime with some of these SBCs is the move. So 3-star weak foot is not the best. 4-star skill moves. I'll tell you this, guys. From a first first glance, right, La Liga center mids is something that's a little bit more lacking than other leagues and other positions. I would say if you have a La Liga team, this guy's probably a starter in your team for a month or two. I think you could get a month or two out of him. I don't think you're going to get much more. You got 92 stamina, 75 acceleration, 78 sprint speed, 84 vision, 82 agility, 87 free kick accuracy. Short passing is all right. Shot power is decent. Long shots are good. It's an all right card, right? It's not the best, but it's decent, right? 84 rating. You can use FUT Champions players, which is really, really nice. GG's to EA. Would I do this one? No, I would save my coins. I wouldn't do this one today, guys. I think you guys can pass on it. Again, I'm not really feeling like this is an SBC that any of you guys need to go do urgently. I think that there are other options, and I think something to point out that you guys should see, just so you can visualize why this SBC might not be the most worth it today. Look, if you compare right his Champions League card to this card, the only difference between his Champions League card and this card is that this card has +3 shooting compared to the Champions League card. You guys can see here, it's got a +3 shooting. The rest of the stats are all +1s on the Champions League card, and the Champions League card is 4,000 coins, 5,000 coins. So to the guys that are contemplating doing this SBC, you don't need to do it. It's not necessary. You just do not need to do it. I think you guys can pass on that. So today, my review on all three of these is a pass. And what does that mean for you guys? It means that if I'm telling you guys to pass, and I'm pretty lenient with some of this stuff, like I understand if you guys want to do some of these, and I'll always be like, even if I'm not doing them, I'll tell you guys, oh yeah, you could go do it. None of these are good to me, even halfway. So I feel like today, nobody did any of these SBCs. So what does that mean for the market? Obviously, that means the market, SBC-wise, we'll talk about the general market today in a second. It means the SBC market went down another notch today. Because none of them were, yes, some of the discard informs were slowly being sucked away, but again, look, right, 83s, 1,200 coins. So all this stuff right now, you can get 83s again, the cheapest 83s, which is usually goalkeepers, you can get them now down at 1,100 coins. It is a great opportunity for anybody looking to restock heading into the next few days. I'm telling you, this is going to be the trend of FUTMAS, right? Trying to figure out when these cards are lowest and when they're highest. And that's going to be the way you guys are going to have to manage it, right? One night, card's going to be buyable. The next, it's not going to be buyable. And that's how we're kind of doing it on this channel. In terms of link investments, nothing went up today. I didn't really see much. We could take a look at Scream Fellaini, but I don't really think much went up today for this stuff. Obviously, high rateds are still a little bit high because the icon is still out and available. So obviously, high rateds are still a little bit higher in price. I think if you go look at Fellaini would be one of Fellaini and Lingard. I know Lingard's road to the final card is up a little bit, and that's for the reason that obviously he's a perfect link to Rashford. Fellaini's at 65, so Fellaini's not really up. So that's kind of stagnant, and nothing's really up there. Obviously, higher than 87 rated gold is still up for the icons. Now, in terms of the guys wondering what's going on with the icons, boys, there's going to be, I think the next set of icons is going to be next Friday. Just so that people watching this video, they want to know. I think next Friday is when we're going to get the next set of icons, just so you guys know. And then also talking about that, right? Let's talk about this, right? We're getting 3-player SBCs daily. Now, today it didn't take a lot of coins off the market. Yesterday it took a ton. You had people who were doing potentially two full icon sets, like myself, to submit Sol and Balak, and then potentially doing 1 or 2 of the FUTMAS SBCs, doing Zaha, right? That's a lot of coins that start to be taken off. So I'm not liking the direction of the market, and I think that it's going to keep going down because we're just going to keep getting more SBCs and more SBCs, and I think a lot of people have been trading, grinding out the game this year, and I think a lot of them are deciding to spend coins now and not really caring. So I do think that is why you've seen a reaction with a lot of the market where the market actually has taken a downturn. I bought Mbappe for my team 2 days ago because you guys know, man, I was just buying a team, and I bought him at like 410, and I think he's 400 now. So even the most meta part of the market is beginning to correct itself, which is very interesting to watch. Even Neymar. Neymar's dropping now. Well, Neymar's back up. So it looks like there was actually some big panic earlier. There's going to be one card that I really want to go look. Oh, Neymar's back up like a ton. One card that I really do want to go look at right now is Lucas Hernandez. Lucas Hernandez was a card that, for me, I sold at 175 on Thursday, and you guys saw that. If you guys watch my videos on Thursdays, I'm always doing flipping. Earlier when I was streaming, this card was 135,000. Now it's back up. So a lot of panic with that card earlier, and now it appears like it's chilling back at 150, which is good, right? It should be back up. This is a very meta card, and that was at 135. But there's going to be some sell-off tomorrow, in my opinion, for you guys. So I think if we... Here's your perfect scenario. We might get some massive panic between, like, 11 or 12 to, like, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, right? Like, that's just something realistic that I think could happen with the SBCs being out in the afternoon and a very peak time. A lot of people are selling cards up in anticipation of these SBCs. And what that's doing is it's causing this just massive panic in the morning where people are just freaking out. They don't know what to do. And they're just selling cards. Now, in terms of like icons are going to lose steam, and icons are a little bit lower right now. I've seen a big correction in some of the more meta ones. Vieira's down a lot, the 88, the 91, all of it's down. And I think what you have here is you have a little bit of an unstable market, because I think a lot of these people, as we are told that we are getting 4 more icons, I think a lot of these guys holding icons are a little bit like not sure what's going on, if we're going to get the icon SBCs of them. So I think a lot of people are not sure what's going on here. All I know is I saw this Cruyff last night not selling at 4-1, and this card has been at like 4-6. So we've got a big, big downturn with this market, and it has really started to correct itself and go down in value. Still, some of the more meta ones are holding price. Like where's Eusebio? All right, so Eusebio's not dropping. But some of the second-tier meta ones are dropping. And what do I mean by that, guys? I'm talking about players that are maybe not the most ones, like Hullet or R9, but the secondary ones are dropping a little bit. In terms of these cards, I wanted to speak about these cards, and I'll do a future video for you guys if you guys want it. The draw is going to be on Monday for Champions League, and these are obviously the live items. Now, they've all basically gone down in price because they were too inflated before, aside from Lingard, who people are using with Rashford. Something to point out is that the draw obviously is on Monday, and I think that's going to really impact these cards. I think you're going to see a lot of reaction based off the draw. Like, I think if Man United ends up against like Real Madrid, you might see a big sell-off with like Lingard. I don't know how it's going to work with the draw. I have no idea, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, I guess if you see maybe like I don't know what to tell you guys. Like Roma against one of the better teams in Champions League, you might see the hope lost in some of the frenzy investors. So just keep an eye on that for Monday. I would say tomorrow the market's gonna. I just think the market's gonna continue to go down. It's not like drastically, but I do think every day we get on and there's more SBCs, the market loses more buying power. If you guys get what I'm saying, so I think every single day that happens, that's gonna happen on the market. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It was day 2 of the FUTMAS series, whatever we're calling it. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a thumbs up. That's what's going on today. We'll have a video out for you guys tomorrow night on what's going on. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the uploads recently. And I'll see you guys in a video soon. Peace out.